Alright, well, I'm gonna say I'm back again with the random day in the life, half day I should say, because I started this at like 10 o'clock. I never finished my other half of my Christmas, which I'm a little sad about. I uploaded a couple videos. Hold on, I'm talking about cookies right here. They look awful. I know. I was making fun of myself. I still don't know what's wrong, so if you do, let me know. Because I'm not really sure. Anyway, I started this day half day, and it's just kind of a random mix of things that I did that day. I made some buns, hamburger buns. They were amazing. They may not look the best, but they were so good and so easy. I think it took me about 30 minutes, and I just kind of did that throughout my day. I broke it up a little bit because you have to let some parts of the dough rise, and I just let it rise while I was playing with my daughter or whatever, feeding her. And then to go back to the Christmas stuff real quick, I recorded some videos, and then life just got really busy. My daughter's birthday's around that time. So are my parents' birthdays. So we had birthday parties, we had get-togethers, and there was just a lot going on. And I'm very new to recording this, so I don't just pull my camera out wherever I go. So I kind of forgot, but I also forgot to mention in the very beginning, the first clip is my little setup for my daughter's first birthday. You can tell that I've never done streamers before. I was making fun of myself, and so was my mom, because I was just kind of hanging them wherever. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to do it, but I just started taping them to the wall. But I just wanted to show that. I thought it was super, super cute. And she loved it, absolutely loved it. So I had to add that in there. So I just wanted to pop in here and explain how easy this recipe was. I've made a couple different bread things recently. I've always sucked at bread. I'm so impatient. I struggle with that, and I struggle with my brain being kind of everywhere. So I don't want to take the time, and I feel like that's the number one thing that kept me from making bread. And I'm not sure if that's everyone's problem. I'm sure it's somebody else's problem, but the time and then the effort and having to wait for the yeast to rise and wait for the dough to rise. And some recipes, I think for Thanksgiving, I tried a roll recipe that my cat cut me off. So anyway, I had a recipe for Thanksgiving that took a full day to do. You had to let the yeast rise, and then you had to mix your dough, let it chill, cut or let it sit, then you had to cut it and then let it sit, and then you had to roll them out and let them sit, and it was just too much. It was too much. I would never do it again, and I haven't done it again. But these hamburger buns were so nice and easy. I left the yeast alone. I did mix the avocado oil and sugar, and I shouldn't have done that. Apparently the recipe says you're not supposed to do that, but I'm really, really bad at following instructions. And this time it worked out, surprisingly. It worked out. And it was really easy to cut. I know it kind of looks a little dense right here, and I was really worried that it was going to be too dense when I started kind of rolling them out. And I tried my little mixer dough hook first to get it to mix, and then it needed more water, so I ended up having to hand knead it. But it ended up working out pretty good. They were a little bit like too fluffy for the burgers, so I'm going to try to make those a little thinner next time. But I just wanted to say that this was a really easy recipe, and I'll put like the link in the description if anyone's interested in trying to make it, because it seriously is one of the easiest bread recipes I've tried to make. All right, I know exactly what you're thinking. Those blinds look awful. And trust me, I know, okay? I have cats, and if you have cats, you may know that they like to get up in the blinds. These blinds lasted, I think, a week, brand new. So for right now, that's just how they look, okay? And I'm so very sorry. I know they look awful. I wanted to do a whole renovation for this room, and maybe I will soon, I don't know. I just don't have the time or money right now to do that, but I'd like to be able to do, not a renovation, I'm sorry, or like a remodel, maybe get some curtains, but blinds are just so expensive for absolutely no reason. So right now, that's just how they look. The other parts of them work. I honestly thought about going in there and cutting off the pieces that are hanging, because it does look awful. But I pay it no attention now. So I just needed to say that and clear that up. And I was also gonna mention that I've never shown this room. This is our little den. I wanted to say that this chair that I have all these clothes on is the best purchase, or the best thing I've asked for Christmas and ever. We got this off of Amazon, and it's amazing. I think it was on a really good sale, like $200 off. It was a really good price. I think we paid like $200. We didn't pay $250. I'm sorry. I got that as a gift, but $250 I want to say, and now it's $400. But when it goes on sale, it's really good sale. But I'm planning on showing more of our den. It's just before we never kept it up super clean, and it bothered me. But now we've kept it really clean, the whole area. And my daughter got a little pack and play back here too as well, so she can walk around in it when we're doing work or whatever. And it's just a nice spot to be. We're always here, so there's just stuff that kind of just pops up everywhere, and I've been really trying to maintain that. That's one of my goals this year, is just to try to keep up with stuff a little better, because I'm awful at it. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to say that. Love this chair. Love the pack and play. All right, these were my hamburger buns. They were a little little bit doughy on like the outer edges. You can kind of see like that darkness, barely doughy. The rest of it was super fluffy, and my bottoms were getting a little bit, they weren't burnt by no means, but they were getting a little dark, and I didn't want to put them in there for any longer, so that's kind of like why the edges were just the tiniest bit doughy. Some of them weren't like that, the bigger ones obviously were, but I just wanted to show that. They turned out super good, and I know this meal looks probably so weird. We just had hamburgers this night. I was gonna make homemade french fries, but I honestly want to say we ate super late this night. I think I was trying to clean and do this at the same time, and then I don't make hamburgers. I overcook them awfully because I get weird about meat, so I cooked them. They were okay, but that's kind of like why that meal looks so awkward. My daughter ended up having leftover tortellini from the night before. She loves it. We put it in the crock pot, and she had some broccoli on the side. But I just wanted to say, I know this meal looks kind of blah, but it was good. Alright, in this little clip I was trying to talk in the camera, but I ended up just muting myself, but because I like to ramble. This was my daughter's favorite Christmas gift, that's all I was going to say. She likes to pull it apart, it's Velcro. We did have to take away the wooden knife because she likes to run around with it kind of scarily, and we're afraid she's going to fall in it. So if you have younger children that are in their walking little phase, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But I was just going to say, cut in here and say thank y'all for watching. If you've stuck around this long, I appreciate it. I'm doing my best to get as many videos out there, but it's a little hard. Hopefully I can post another one by next week. Anyway, thank y'all for watching.